You know, there's been times in my life where I have felt really lost. You feel like you don't know what to do. You feel discombobulated and you're not quite sure the direction you need to go. You just feel really uncomfortable. And the reason I know this is because I felt that way recently, as of last week. And so I want to show you a journaling prompt that has really helped me to get out of that aimless wandering mentality and kind of picking more of a solid direction and feeling more confident in pursuing that direction. So let's dive into it. I'm going to be talking about these journaling prompts here in just a second, but if you want to be reminded of them later, just go look at the description of this video. There's going to be a quick little sign up link. That way I will send you a PDF if you sign up that has these journaling prompts, as well as maybe a couple other bonus prompts that have helped me whenever I've gotten really stuck. So go ahead and do that. But the very first journaling prompt, or really the main one, is figuring out what season you are in right now. The idea for this journaling prompt was actually made years and years ago. I was at a conference and I met this guy named Luis, and we've since become friends, and we went to breakfast and he told me this idea of what season you are in life and being able to recognize what season you're in life, and also recognize when you are preparing for the wrong season. The example that he likes to give is if it's wintertime and you go dressed outside in a bikini or a swimsuit or something like that, you're not going to be very comfortable. Likewise, if it's summertime and you're dressed up in a big old winter coat, you're just going to be completely sweating and too hot, and you're going to be hating life. That same sort of mentality happens in our regular lives too, when we are fighting against whatever season we are in. And I find that I am the most lost mentally in my life when that is happening to me, when it's winter time in my mind, but I still think it's summer, or when I should be stocking away my nuts for the winter, yet I think it's springtime. Those are the times when I feel particularly lost. And if we were to bring this back to reality, a good example of this could be really trying to crush it physically and get to the gym a lot when you just started a new job or just started a new relationship. And that's where most of your energy should be going, rather than just working out all the time. Or perhaps it is a season of hard work for you. Maybe you just got a promotion at your job, yet you keep playing video games too much. In your mind, you're in a season of leisure rather than in a season of hard work. And when you have that going on, there's going to be a lot of internal conflicts. You're going to start feeling guilty. You're going to start feeling lack of motivation. You're going to feel a lot of procrastination, and you're not going to know why. So how can you take this journaling prompt and how can you journal about it? How can you use it? The way that I like to do it is I crack open my journal and I start with a blank page and I ask myself the question, what season of life am I in right now? Sometimes I might write out that whole sentence and just think about it and ponder it for, 30 seconds or a minute before I start writing. And other times I don't even write it out at all. I'll just start writing, describing my life at this moment and trying to figure out what season I am in. Now, the magic part of this, the part that will screw a lot of people up if you don't do this one thing, is to not stop writing. You can easily write maybe 2 or 3 words that describes the season you're in, but that's not going to be very helpful. If you start that prompt saying, what season of life am I in? And you say, oh, I just got hired and I'm in a season of hard work. And if that's all you write, that's not going to be very helpful. So keep writing. I recommend writing at least a page. And you can easily go 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 pages deep in this. So the funny thing about YouTube is that most people only watch about half the video. And because you're seeing this right now, I know that you've stuck around, and so I want to give you something a little bit extra. I want to be a little bit more open and vulnerable and tell you how I'm utilizing this in my life. So essentially, I asked myself this question recently. I didn't do a journaling prompt. Instead, I just thought about the question. And I went on some walks and I went on some hikes because I've been feeling lost lately. I've just been feeling like I'm not where I want to be, I'm just not feeling as good about myself as I could. I think what made this particularly confusing is because things are going really well in my life right now. My relationships are going really well. My career is going really well. I have a lot of good hobbies. I'm fairly fit and active, and things are just going well. And so why am I feeling lost? Why am I feeling kind of a little bit low self-esteem? And so that's what's like, I just don't understand this. And so by asking myself this question, by saying, okay, what season of life am I in right now? And once I figured that out, being able to reorient my mindset to that, I realized that I am in, or need to be in, a period of building strength. When I analyze my choices and some of the actions I've taken over the past 6 months, year and a half, I realize there's a lot of mental weakness has creeped in to my life, which is kind of disappointing. There's been so many times where I go, well, you know what, I'm only gonna have one donut this week, for example. And then if Friday comes around, I want a donut, I go, oh, well, I want a donut, so, treat yourself. So I go get myself a donut. And then if Saturday comes around, I still want another donut, I'll get another one. And that sort of mentality has, spread throughout my entire life, where I only do what I want to do, and I don't do what I don't want to do, and I always want things when I want them, and if I can't get it when I want it, then I'm kind of a baby about it, and I kind of get upset, and I don't like that about myself. I didn't always used to be this way. And so I realized that when I was feeling really great about myself, when I had a lot of mental strength and toughness and grit, I was doing a few different things in my life. I was practicing a lot of MMA, I was being very fit and active, I had a few different hobbies, and I was in a period of my life where I was struggling a lot. There was outside circumstances that were forcing me to struggle. I was incredibly broke, my relationships were shit, and I needed things to change. And that was a great motivator for me. That was one of the things that, when you're kind of living in the bad part of town, and you just got your house robbed, and your girlfriend just broke up with you, it forces you to look at your life and go, you know what, I don't want to be in this situation, so I want to change. And that is a great way to build the fire to create that change. But I'm in a spot now where I'm not forced to create that change. So I have to have that fire come from within. And having this clarity by doing that prompt, by recognizing what season of life I'm in and realizing, you know what, I need to be in a season of building strength right now, because some of these different things I want to accomplish, I'm too weak to do right now. I can't do them. I'm just not strong enough. It'd be like trying to go to the gym right now and trying to deadlift 300 pounds. There's no way I could do that. But if by introducing a little bit of friction, of tension, of training into my life, I can get stronger and stronger each and every day. Eventually I will be able to lift that heavy load. I will be able to tackle whatever the task is. And so in order to do that, I'm in a period of training in my life right now. And the way that looks for me is not shying away from discomfort, almost choosing discomfort on purpose. Just like you go to the gym and you could lift the 2-pound weight, but that's not gonna do very much. You wanna lift the weight that is going to cause a little bit of muscle tears in your muscle. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, and it's gonna force your muscles to adapt and to grow and to get bigger and for you to get stronger. And so that's what I need to do in every part of my life right now. And it kind of sucks a little bit. It sucks in multiple ways. It sucks knowing that I've let this mental weakness kind of creep into every aspect of my life. It also sucks knowing that there's a long road ahead of me in order to get stronger. But I know I can do it. I know I've done it in the past, and I know that I'll be able to have a much better life once I am stronger. Things will be easier. It'll be easier to pick a goal and to stick with it. to really stick with the goal. So what I am doing is looking for opportunities in my life, just small opportunities, to create and choose discomfort a little bit more. Because there's been a bunch of different scientific research that has shown that if you do what you don't want to do on a regular basis, that increases self-control. So if you really want the donut and you actively choose not to have the donut, yes, it's a little bit painful, but that's just like tearing your muscles a little bit, and eventually you become stronger and increases your self-control. I'm not talking about 100% denial all of the time, but for me, that is going to be choosing discomfort on a more regular basis, rather than just doing whatever I want to do, whenever I want to do it. All right, hopefully you've enjoyed this particular video. It's a little bit of a ramble towards the second half, but hopefully you found the first half to be interesting. If you want to be reminded of those journaling prompts, just go ahead and sign up down below. I'll send you a PDF with all those journaling prompts. And let me know what season of life you are in right now. I'm curious if I'm the only person in the building strength part of life, of the season. Or if you are in a completely brand new season I've never even heard of. I would love to hear that. Just leave a comment down below. As always, have a wonderful rest of your day. Make sure you catch yourself succeeding.